wanted to go ahead and do a review for you guys on Fuzziebunz diapers. This is going to be part of a series of diapers now that we have done a full almost 2 years of diapering and we're potty trained. I thought I would go through and just show you guys all the diapers I used and what I thought about them and whether I would use them again for a baby. So Fuzziebunz diapers have two styles that I have. I know there are older styles. I think these are the turkey diapers, so I never had China Fuzziebunz, so I can't really attest to their fit. So this is a turkey Fuzziebunz and a Fuzziebunz Elite, and I'm going to kind of show you guys the difference and all of that good stuff. So first of all, these are both sized down to one of the smallest settings. I didn't size them down all the way because I don't really think my baby's going to need that much. So as you can see, this one's sized down to that setting. This one's sized down to the exact same setting, but it's a little bit bigger. So I may size this one down to a slightly smaller setting, but I'm going to be using newborn diapers anyway, so I won't need these right away. So the main difference between the Elite and the regular traditional Fuzziebunz is the fact that it's missing the useless snap. These snaps right here never really served any purpose because there's no crossover tabs. So if there were crossover tabs, you could actually use that snap, but because there aren't, there was no real way to get the wings in to snap there. So it was a completely useless snap, and they took it out with the Fuzziebunz Elite. You'll see that the wings are a slightly different shape, but it didn't really seem to change the fit of the diaper on my daughter. I'll show you guys the inside. Now, the Fuzziebunz Elite has been used slightly less, so I'll show this one first because it's kind of hard to get them both in frame. So it's held up very well, the fleece. I'd say it held up slightly better than my Charlie Bananas, but in no way are my Charlie Bananas not going to diaper a second kid. They will definitely diaper a second one. My Fuzziebunz, just the fleece held up slightly better. They did stain worse though. I've sunned these multiple times and I still can't get out this stain here. So I'm going to try some other stuff, but that's definitely something to note. My main complaint about the Fuzziebunz is their pocket. I hate this pocket. I hate that that this is elasticized and this is not. I hate how big it is. I hate that the inserts, even though it's on one of its smallest settings and the insert is the small insert, it still like slips out, so you have to like tuck it in, which is just really annoying, and it creates this look on your kid. So like when the baby's wearing it, it looks like that. It's really bizarre. And then half the time the fleece comes up, so you end up having to tuck that down. It's just, I don't like the back opening at all. My other major complaint is that as my daughter grew, right around 18 months, I had to size them up to not their largest setting, but their second to the largest elastic setting. And the elastics were so loose at that second to the largest setting that they didn't hold any pee in. Whereas my Charlie Bananas, sized to that same size, were able to still hold in pee. So they definitely didn't work for my daughter after about 18 months. I had to put them away because they did not work. So that is the regular turkey Fuzziebunz before the Elite. The Elite is, sorry, there's some stuff on my desk. The Elite seems slightly trimmer in between the legs, which is great. I didn't notice much of a difference as far as fit on my daughter, but it seems like it might be slightly trimmer. The insert is like it's a different insert. It's like a micro suede or something. So that's cool. Didn't seem to affect the absorbency at all. It still has the horrible opening in the back. So otherwise, there aren't really any differences. I have had snap quality issues with my Fuzziebunz, whereas I've had 0 with my Charlie Bananas. So for me, bottom line, I will most likely destash my Charlie Bananas, or my Fuzziebunz, and buy more of another diaper, because I'm just not impressed. After almost 2 years of use, I could really only go 18 months before they stopped, they started leaking, and I just wasn't impressed. So that is my honest review of my Fuzziebunz. So this is going to be my review of my Charlie Bananas. I loved these diapers. I can honestly say that for the price, I think Target has the little 6-packs. They go on sale every now and then. So I bought 2 6-packs, or a dozen, for $90 a half dozen. So they're normally, I think, between $100 and $120 for a half dozen, but Target does have them on sale every now and then, so keep your eyes open if you're looking. There are also other websites that I'm sure sell them, but Target is where I found them cheapest. I'll show you guys the main features of the Charlie Banana diaper and why I like it so much. So the first thing you'll notice, it does kind of look a lot like a Fuzziebunz and act a lot like a Fuzziebunz, but the main difference on the outside is it has this wonderful crossover snap. This allows the waistband to get really small. These fit my daughter around the waist, starting at, I'd say, 10 pounds, maybe 12 pounds, and so she was able to wear these a lot earlier. It gets pretty small. It's on one of its smallest settings. I am using newborn diapers this time, so I sized them down, but I didn't size them all the way down, because I remember not being able to use that very small setting with my daughter once her waist was big enough to fit into them. As you open it up, you'll see the inside. The fleece is nice. It's a slightly smaller grain than the Fuzziebunz, which I really like, but it's also slightly thinner. Didn't really seem to affect the function of the diaper. She stayed dry in them just as well. The features that I really like on the Charlie Banana is the back. It's very nice, clean, thick, elastic waistband. It didn't leave any marks on my daughter, and looked really nice and clean on the back. The pocket is in the front. Now, this has its pros and cons. If your baby blows out, most likely the blowout is going to occur in the back. So with the Fuzziebunz, I was constantly touching poop to pull the insert out. That does not happen with the Charlie Bananas, but with the Charlie Bananas, you tend to touch a wet insert, which is fine for me. Usually I stuff so that the tag is here, and that's the great thing about these inserts. They have this tag, so you can pull the entire insert out via the tag. So I always try and stuff with the tag in the front, and I usually don't really have to touch pee. I absolutely love that the insert is completely covered. It's a great design. Just like the Fuzziebunz, it adjusts with elastic at the legs, which is fine. It does create a slightly bulky look in between the legs of tiny babies in the front, but in no way does that affect the function of the diaper. I do like that it only sizes in one spot instead of 2, like the older Fuzziebunz do. And yeah, I don't really know that I can say enough good things about Charlie Banana diapers. They're reasonably priced, they're well made, and I know that these will definitely be used with my second child.